I closed the door as I watched my soon-to-be ex-wife drive out the driveway with our son as they drove out of our subdivision. I closed the door and turned around to my empty house. I realized it was the first time I was alone in my house in 10 years. Really alone, with no one. No, I was no longer a father to a daughter that was gone, and I was no longer a husband to a wife that had left. I still had a son, but I felt like a lot of me was lost. I had my identity in being a husband, and my identity was being a father. But a good chunk of that was gone. A big part of me was lost. So I felt like I need to solve this, but I couldn't. I cried and I sought God that night as she drove away. Looking back, I realized my identity was in being a father and a husband, and a lot of that was gone. I felt like a kite adrift in the wind where the string was just cut. I was wrapped up in doing the things a father does, doing the things that a husband does. But I didn't know how to just be. And so I remembered my roots before the days of daddies and daughters. I remember my first love was Christ. And just being with God, I remember to just cry out to Him, and He would comfort me and give me peace and hope and a future. And in the storms, I realized I could prophesy life into my dead world by speaking His words of life into my soul. In my book, Prophesy Life to Find Yourself, 3 Steps to Find Blessings in the Storms, I share how to be alive again in Christ, relating with God in His sufferings. You see, He was betrayed, and He had lost a son that died as well. And there is hope in His resurrection power. Not just heaven, but in this life. The next time you face the storms of your life, and you find yourself lost, my book can help you to prophesy life to find yourself.